Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Never say ever. What every guys don't say, we say that, and what every other reviewers are saying, we're not gonna say all of it. Yeah. So about our review, we're gonna be very clear. We're gonna predict, we are going to tell what our opinions are. We are going to stand what is right and wrong according to my perspective, not basis what the show is, who is the lead face, who is the main character, who has how many followers. Though that doesn't work for me because I don't have any followers. So I will rather be honest rather than being, rather being biased to someone or the other. And it doesn't benefit any one of us. Yeah. So I think that's about us. The season has just started, season 19. We are a Bigg Boss fan as well as Salman Khan's fan, and I think what's best when you are a fan of both the show and the anchor. So I think the host. Then I think the review is something that we should do, and actually I wanted to see how much growth this season can do for me. So yeah, let's start with the review. So if you guys have noticed, the entire theme for the show is democracy. Somewhere it is similar to Rajniti, politics, and all that. But if you noticed, this is something they always play with, right? It's just a new word to add. But somewhere I feel it is, it is more like they will say it is democracy, but eventually Bigg Boss is going to be the communist because things will happen what Bigg Boss want. Eventually, do whatsoever. There would be lots say ifs, buts, and everything, but eventually it will be the communist rule or the rule that the Bigg Boss lays because it's never going to be public. It's never going to be people. It is always going to be what he wants, and that's how he wants to run the show. These guys also try to run the show in different modes, but eventually you never know how the track is and how it leads to. Okay. Now, if you've noticed, the theme says politics, Rajniti, or democracy. The look and feel of the house, the overall feel of the house is more like vintage wood finish with animal creatures, greenery, and all that. So you can see elephant figurine, you can see a tiger figurine, you can see some mosquitoes here and there, you can see a lot of green bushes and so many wood finishes kind of a thing. Oh, I've seen the colorful parrots. I don't know what they are known as, but you can see on the dining table top light, on the fascia of the top light, you can see that as well. So what I want to say is that more and overall, the entire house theme is very different. The overall theme that is said and spoken is very different, and the set of Salman Khan is more like Ethan's, pillars, frames, curls, more like an Ethan's theme. I don't know. So somewhere I don't understand when you make a show like this. I think an overall theme should be laid as a foundation at the very beginning. But what happens is, I think somewhere the interior work and all started 3 months back, and the concept gets finalized a week or a month back. I think that's why there's a little misfit, unplugged kind of a version here. But I think Indians do not focus on each and every element. But somewhere this theme will come into play. Somewhere that theme will come into play. Somewhere it will not come into play. You never know. I think Indian version of a show is a little here and there, not like an international show. When they catch one theme, they stick to it and they stick for long. That's how they create a brand over a time. But yeah, I think Indian audience don't see all of it. They want to see good looking faces, and there are few people who would want to see, but they are very people who understand what a theme is, what the concept is, and all of it. Otherwise, the show that goes on can have very drastic concept which will say A, we will behave B, and will try to get an outcome which is C. So this is what my input is about the show. Let's talk about the contestants. So I assume season 19 will have 19 contestants to start with, but somewhere it is starting with 16. We saw 17 contestant as well. We'll discuss as in we go ahead. Okay, so we'll talk about Ashnoor, the first contestant, the lady, the Ashnoor Kaur. She's a Punjabi, I think Punjabi girl who's an actress, who I think is also an influencer, who started her career in 2009, and then she worked till 2020, and I think later she took a break, and again she started by somewhere around 2024, and she has been part of multiple shows. So Ashnoor Kaur is somewhere giving me a resemblance of Nimrit Kaur. That's how the start they try to give, wherein what they try to achieve, uh, is that they're trying to give her the same spot. Guys, 1 second. Huh? What these guys are trying to do is somewhere they are trying to get the same they're getting a new contestant who is very young, 21-year-old, but I think somewhere they're trying to play the similar spot of Nimrit Kaur, sweet, simple, might go long but will not win the show for sure eventually, because I don't think she has that vibe, which this is my prediction, guys. It's nowhere I know nowhere I got a paper or letter, but this is my prediction. I don't think she has that vibe. The first thing I saw is the first interaction, based on the few interaction. She came there and she's saying that she's a mature girl and she's a mature kid or whatever. The more mention that I remember of her conversation is where she was stating, she's very mature. I think no one, if I'm honest, I'm not going to speak that I'm honest. If I'm strong, I'm not going to speak I'm strong. If I'm independent, I'm not going to speak most of the time I'm independent. So you don't have to be. You're 21 years. You got a platform like this. You just go and perform and do your best and make more audience. Why would you just try to portray to the world that you're more mature? You might be like, you show with your act, right? People will always eventually see that, oh, you're a 21-year-old girl and who's played strong. Become a leader, yeah, rather than being a follower. I think this show is all about the leaders coming out rather than being saying that I'm mature, I'm more honest, I have a personality, I know my inside out, I know I'm true to myself and all that. That's bullshit. So for Ashnur Kaur, she will go a long way. She has 9 million followers, but somewhere, to be honest, she's not the one who can win the show. But eventually, she'll be in the top five basis her set of followers. Then there was this gentleman known as Zishan Kadri. Uh, he is also known as Definite. I think he's a writer and director of Vasepur, but the way Salman Khan was making fun about him is like Vasepur, Hasepur, Rotepur, Jatepur, Khatepur, whatever. So I think that was the conversation. Remember when Salman Khan was having with him? I think this is the guy who can go psych, will start, he can become imam. There was this guy called Imam, I think. I don't remember his name. Or can become Raja Chaudhary or someone like that. He can go aggressive with time, and eventually you'll get to see that. This is somewhere I'm delayed to convey this review, but I think he is the one who's going to lose his plot, or eventually will get thrown out of the house, or eventually will lose his senses and all that. He will get into his zone of Vasipur, and he'll get tit for tat, because everybody's gonna show, I'm from here, I'm from there. Bullshit. No one can do nothing. Yeah, then comes this girl, Tanya Mittal. She is everything. She is influencer, spiritual influencer, actor, businesswoman, follower, what knows. The only thing I remember about Tanya Mittal is that during Kumbh Mela, Kumbh Mela, no, no, not Kumbh Mela, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. Guys, 1 second. Mahakumbh, I think. Bigg Boss 19 contestant. I'm sorry, guys. 1 sec. Yeah, so guys, so sorry. Yeah, during Mark home, I think she was the person who got VIP treatment at one of the places where she could have her shower next to the sea. So I think during that time there was a situation where there were, stampede kind of a situation happened in one of the spots, and at one of the spots she was the one of the influencer who was at the ghat, eventually with her bodyguard and everything, and could do her shower and prayer without any crowd and all that. So I think that's where she got a lot of traction. She got a lot of hate also, I'm sure, and she got, I think, more followers and as well, to understand who is she to get such a platform and who is she such a VIP. So she was getting some VIP treatment is what she got familiar with, but she calls herself as a social media influencer, model, entrepreneur, motivational speaker. But I think she lacks motivation by herself. You've seen in the second or the third episode, but I think that's what she's all about. But I think she is gonna add little spice, and currently she's looking underconfident, but because I think she will survive 3-4 weeks. After 3-4 weeks, she will get confident day in day out, and she can go mean extreme, or otherwise she can, get into a possible position. She can be in the top 7 or something like that. Basis the followers, Ashnur has good followers. I think she is the second highest follower. Tanya Mittal, I think, is somewhere around the 8th or 9th contestant in terms of the followers. Vasipurji, Mr. Zishan Siddiqui is the last in terms of the followers. Now let's talk about Nagma Mirajkar. Oh, she is also a part of the popular Jodi, Avez Darbar. She is a girlfriend to be marrying Avez Darbar in a short of time. The only thing I've heard about her, she's a social media influencer. I don't know, I don't recollect that I've seen her or not. But she's done. Yeah, she is also has a good number of followers. She's the third highest in terms of followers, 10.8. I think she will show her character with time. Eventually, in the first few weeks, I don't think she is the one who will go out loud and open. But with time, she is going to take a stand and speak. Let's see where she goes. She can be the one who can nail who can put the last nail in the coffin, or she eventually can be someone who can just open the door and walk out of the house. Okay, now let's talk about Avis Darbar. This guy looks interesting. I think he can be one of the contenders who can win the show. First, based on the number of followers. Second, if his personality is going to be such light-hearted, he can win the show. So everybody, like, I think every season we see that it's not that how strong you are, it's about how good you lead, how well you manage the situation, how well you fight the situation without losing your cool. I think if Aves Darbar can do that, he has a good sense of personality, good dressing sense as well. And if he can do that slowly and steadily, I think he can be Bakhtiyar Irani. I think Bakhtiyar Irani was like this, who could have won that show, but Bindu Vinod Chopra had won that show because Bakhtiyar Irani took the money. But Aves, I don't think will need any set of money. I think he will play the show. I just think if he does with calm and composed nature, he can win the show. I'll keep him in the top five for sure. Second, then I'll talk about Nehal Chudasma. She is a model, a pageant winner, 2018. She's also a Savage Beauty queen. I think she can be the bee that with the sting that will bite. She will gonna go on people's throat. She is gonna catch people's this thing. She will have a love kind of a thing with Basir as well, as I see in the first episode itself. But she got a lot of thing, as in a lot of interest was shown. I think she when she mentioned she is savage, I think she can be savage. So let's see if Neil Chudasma is savage or not. I think, but in terms of followers, she's only 200k, less than 200k. So let's see how long she goes. But eventually, I see her in top 10 at least for sure. Not she's not gonna go out in the first few weeks for sure. Yeah. After that, there is Basir Bob. He was a Splitsvilla winner, or I don't know, Splitsvilla. I think he didn't win. A Splitsvilla contestant, Ace of Space contestant. He was also roadies contestant. He's a DJ by profession. He's a Hyderabadi guy who can speak good English, has a good Hyderabadi accent as well. Who can go below the belt, above the who can go below the belt and fight. Who can take good bounces and hit for sixes. He can eventually do well. I don't know how long he'll go until he doesn't lose his school, but IMTV. He's an MTV kid. He will go a long way. Let's see. I think he will be in the top five for sure. Now let's talk about Abhishek Bajaj. I think his runtime will be down. He can lose his cool. He's not gonna be someone that we're gonna like. I think Abhishek Bajaj. This is my perception. He is gonna go on someone's throat. He's gonna be part of some gang for sure. But he's always gonna be the follower, not the leader as well. So I think somewhere or the other down, he will be. He might exit in the top, the first five set of people that might go out. Otherwise, he might stay because if he can put on a lot of fight and go below the bed, I think he will go longer. So democracy will not work here. Bigg Boss communist rule will work. He will eventually who's gonna give shitty content will also survive. So yeah, so I think Abhishek can give shitty content as well. But he's also an actor, influencer, a decent follower, 400k kind of a follower. So yeah, let's see how much, how long, and how far we see him going. Then I think Gaurav, I didn't like him much in general. I've not seen much of his shows, but I know he's a star face. But the way importance is given to him, he's got the same importance as Siddharth Shukla or Vivian or some other bigger celebrities have got. So somewhere I don't think Gaurav matches that caliber of Vivian or this thing. He might be very talented. He was the winner of MasterChef, but I don't see him becoming a winner for sure. He might go to the top five, but definitely not in the top two and not the winner. So Gaurav Khanna will not be the winner is my prediction. He might do well. He can go cranky. He can go below the line. I think he loses cool also. He will go on the villainous side, but I don't think he will be the hero kind of a material. No, he's not going to be. I think Bigg Boss will push him towards that end, but I don't see him doing that great in terms of like that. He will go to the last, obviously the last episode as well, but I do definitely not the winner for the show. He will be on the opposite end of the winners for sure. This is my prediction. And I don't think he's the green flag. Is the dirtiest gutter green flag. I don't think he's someone. I think this is my perception, guys. Please do not think that I'm just making a judgment. I don't think my judgment is apt to what his personality or his achievements are. They have achieved a lot more, but as a reviewer, I think what some sense of understanding in terms of people is what I'm giving a prediction. I will like to fall on my face flat if I'm wrong, but this is my prediction, and I rather want to state it very clear, rather not see 4 episode, 5 episode, and then put a review. It's better I put it in the beginning so that later we know how good judgment we have among we have of people, because we've been seeing. I've seen all the Bigg Boss. My memory is weak, but I've seen all the Bigg Boss till now, so I think it's good for me to review all of them and speak about them. I think Pranit. Then there's Natalia Zonso. She's a Polish star. Polish. She's a foreigner from Poland, I think. She's been part of War 2, Houseful 5, Dancing with the Stars, and Queen of the Jungle. I think that's the international shows. She is gonna be the few ones who's gonna go move out early. Let's see if she can fight, put her voice out, this and that. It would be great, but I don't think she's also among the winner. Pranit More. I think after this Marathi thing going on, I think Pranit More and then the comedian can be quick, smart, agile, but people have a lot of faith. Well, people do like comedians. So I think if Pranit More can crack it, he can be a winner of the show. But the only thing is he should be a leader. If he's a follower, he can't win the show. If he's a leader and this Marathi thing that is going on currently, that Marathi मध्ये बोला, मी पण मराठी मध्ये बोलतो. For the audience who doesn't catch me hold of, अरे why am I talking in English? But for me, I'm telling that सगळ्यांना माझा नमस्कार. Yeah, this is for the Marathi audience. Yeah. So I think Pranit More can do good if he has wit with confidence and takes the ball with a bat or plays in front foot, he can become a winner. But this is something that we expect out of him. If he doesn't do that, he's not going to be a winner. But if he does that, he can be a winner. Then I think Farhan Bhatt is gonna lose her cool. She can be the female version of Zishan. Zishan Khadri is what I feel. And I think she'll lose her cool eventually. And I don't know if she's smart enough and can do something very different. I'll be more than happy because my prediction about her is something like this. But I think if something else she can do, great. And for me, it would be more beneficial. In fact, I would feel nice that as my judgment about her is like, eventually she'll not do great. But if she does not do great in terms of personality base, she's not going to win the show. But I will be happy if she does good. She puts her sense into place. She understands and read people well. She will eventually grow a long way, but not win the show. Then I think there is Neelam Giri. I think she is that, when you make a sepuri, you add this masala, that masala. I don't know which is the right dish that I mentioned, where you mix of everything. So this is what the show tries to do. They got a senior person. They got a Bhojpuri actress, they got someone from Kashmir, they got someone from Maharashtra, they got someone from South, they got someone representing Punjab, someone from UP. This is a Bhojpuri and different industry as well. There's a comedian, there is what? Farhan Bhatt is a peace activist, there is someone who is a dancer, someone who is an influencer, someone who is a spiritual leader, someone who is a director, someone who is a foreigner. So everything, a mix of everything, yeah. That's what they try to do. So I think that's what Neelam Giri, if she commands her action and plays strong, she'll do good. But I don't think she'll be in the top 7 set of people. She is that, the bakras that are need to be cut with time. So I think I'm like not in that way, but I'm saying she is the one who will move out of the show earlier. Like the first top 5, 6 people that will move out of the show, Neelam will be part of that. Kunika Sadanand can be interesting player, is why she's come in this show. She can lose her cool, she can play mature, she can play irritating personality, but she's gonna stick for long, is what I feel. Now, what she shows in terms of what color matters, but these guys are not gonna win the show, but they're gonna go long because they can go. If she's sensible, she can add more sense to it. If she's not sensible, she will be pulled along. If she gets arrogant or bitchy or all that, or becomes a mom, then not all moms like that, but becomes a mom to these 12 people who are going to fight, then I think she will go a long way. So I think for Kunika Sadanand, I think it's a longer way for her. She will be in the top 7 but not win the show. Mridul Tiwari, very interesting character, very soft spoken. If he's soft spoken leader, as I said, for Aves and Praneeth, and for Mridul, I want to say that if they're soft spoken, they behave as a leader, take their stand, and take fight in a way that they smartly gift it for tat and don't lose their cool. If they do that, they can be winner. If Mridul can do that, he's young, he can win the show. Basis the follower, he has some 60 billion views and only 5 million followers. I don't see what's the logic there. But yeah, if he has, he has. But I don't think he'll win the show basis that. He can win the show basis the fact that he played smart, he handled situation well, he never lost his cool, and he was a leader. If he's a leader, L, L, leader wala L, not तुम्हारा वाला L. हाँ, तो if he plays, he leads with the thing and he plays his own game, he can go a long way. I think he should play his own game rather than being part of any group if eventually the groups will happen. Yeah. Then Shehbaz Badshah, eventually he'll come within the first 3 weeks. So the fourth week, I think fourth week is too late, but within the first 3 weeks, he's going to enter the show back. So yeah, he will be the 17th contestant for sure, but he is going to be part of this season to add comedy, drama, and all of it. Let's see how does he do. He's Shenaz's brother, but yeah, let's see. He also has no chance of winning this show, but can add more musty element, more cooler, fun banter and all that. But I think with time he'll also lose his fun banter kind of a thing. Then there is Amal Malik. Yeah, I think he's a fantastic singer, and I think he has a fantastic personality. I think his dressing sense in the first episode, I think first 2 episodes I see is good. Also, he can lose his cool. The best part of Amal Malik is also he can win this show. but he's gonna be the two extreme ends. He's gonna be pole, North Pole or the South Pole. He's not gonna be in between. So I think eventually with time he'll show his color. But the thing is, his quick lines is, I've heard some lines that he said is very different, very unique, which I've not heard in normal, tone and all that. So I think this is something that's gonna add value for Amal Malik. I think the few of my favorite contestants for this show will have drama who can run this show is Basir can do well. Uh, I think Tanya Mittal will also do well. Obviously not a winner, but she will go forward. Then I think Avez Darbar, Praneeth, and Mridul, whoever catches the stone of being polite, soft-spoken, smart, and lead can win this show. Yeah, I think these guys can do it. And Amal Malik, yeah, Amal Malik. So Amal, Avez, Praneeth, and this Mridul. I think these four guys can do it. Others are going to be a competition, but not going to win the show. Out of this four, I think can be a winner. I don't know who will I like with time, but this is what my feedback is. And others are just fillers, and there are a few fillers that will move out eventually. There will be some wild card, but let's see. I don't think a wild card can win this show until unless is someone as crazy as more lovable and likable. Let's see. That will come to know with time. Thank you for listening to me, guys. This is just my prediction. This is my review. If you like, please like and share. If you don't like, please dislike and share. It's your thing. You want to write a comment, there's no problem. But please leave feedback so that I understand what are you thinking from. Our opinions might match, might not match, but we are here to give an opinion. If you can give an opinion, please start a YouTube and do that. I would uh, love to hear from you. And the more likes, the better. If the likes don't increase with time, I know I'm not doing a great job. Thank you for your time. I'm just doing this English review for a lot of audience who see this in the show but want to have a review in English. So I'm just doing for them. Maybe with this, my English will also better with time. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful uh, day today, and I think the episodes. Let's see what happens in today's episode, and let's see what's the fun. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.